Mike Weiss, state next year, play pitcher, and then whatever else. And any comment? I just do my best, you know, I contribute. Maybe that's by sitting on the bench or, you know, let someone else take my position. I don't know, but that's my comment.
All right, Michael. Somebody else, jump.
You're on.
Okay, I'm Gabe Rodriguez. I'm number 19. I play pitcher, and I play first base once in a while when Coach lets me. And this, I will be attending Wichita State next fall. And this tournament I went 3 for 6, banged 500, so hopefully I'll be in the lineup more often.
Mike Kern, I go to Cal Lutheran University, and I'm leaving today, so this is it, and good luck the rest of the trip.
Thanks, Mike.
My name is Manny Aguilar. I'm number 12. I can't catch a fly ball in center field, but I do play right field. And I went, what, 6 for about 8? No, 6 for 10. 6 for 10 this 3 games. Hopefully we'll start winning. And that's all I got to say.
Not up here, come on. Come on.
Go, Tim, get up there. Todd Kleinheinz, second base. Didn't do too well at the plate, but the base paths and defense was mine.
Come on. 9, get up here.
I'm Tim O'Donnell. I go to Monroe, and I don't do a whole lot.
1, get up here.
I'm Rob Nelson. I go to Monroe, and I'm just a utility man. They use me wherever they need me.
All right, keep going.
Oh boy.
Yep. Okay, I'm Poe. Fortunately, I had a bad injury yesterday. Play outfield, and
That's enough, Stumpy.
yeah. John Sullivan, go to Monroe. 17, a pitcher, and hope to play more.
My name is Ryan Dietrich. I go to Monroe. I don't know what position I play yet, and I hope Coach finds out someday.
I forgot I go to Monroe too. I'm at Maya, I go to Monroe, and I pitch.
That's good, Matt. They got a great shot at the top.
Dan Johnson, I'll be going to Big O next year. I was 21, but Potbelly Dago stole my number, so I'm number 8.
My name is John Poe. I go to Monroe and I play left field.
Attaboy, John.
Come on, Earl.
Nick Tufnelli, I go to Monroe, and number 13, play shortstop. Yeah,
Short but sweet.
Ronald Dahl, number 24.
Oh, we gotta get Batman involved.
And I don't say much, so I'm gonna go.
Get up there, Batman.
Batman, a ball man.
Chubby Mexicans up there too. Get up there.
Come on, ball man. Get up there.
Hi, I'm Matt Weinstein. I'm ball shacker.
Mexicano, Americano.
Go, Mikey.
Miguel Rodriguez.
My name's Mike Rodriguez. I'll be attending Monroe next year, and I'm Batman.
All right.
Okay, thanks, guys.
One more thing, everybody.
Oh, put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. Well, I spent some time in the Mudville night, watching it from the bench. You know I took some lumps when the mighty case struck out. So say, hey Willie, tell the cop and Joe DiMaggio, don't say it ain't so. You know the time is now.
Bungars, manager of the Monroe baseball team. He's the varsity manager. He's also handling the summer team. Mike, how about a couple words about the game today?
Well, today is how we're looking to come out every day. When you got a solid performance like John Sullivan gave us today, and some unselfish hitting and good defense and smart base running, that's what this is all about. That's what we're trying to do. And we're close to being around the corner and getting over the hump. And this is a good one for us to build on right here. So we're getting there, and it won't be long before we're there consistently.
Okay, now you guys have played a lot of ball games, and you've been on the losing end of a lot of one-run ball games. I'm sure at least 10 or 12 this year. And this year, this game today, you came out and you won big. How's that feel?
Oh, it feels great. We've had a lot of games where we played well and came up short, and I would have taken an ugly win today, but we got the win. It wasn't ugly. It was a real good win for the whole program.
Yeah, I know what.
And I'd also like to say that one of the real nice things about this trip, this is the first leg of our 10-day trip, first stop of 4, that with this group of parents, any of you people that see this thing, I tip my hat to you for coming, because you're making this all possible, and we got good times ahead of us.
Okay, sounds good. Thanks, Mike.
Phil.
Oh, put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Put me in cold. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field.
Okay, well, I've caught the coach here eating breakfast. He promised us some news at 11, so let's have a real quick recap on the game that we had yesterday, Mike.
Well, I think that maybe the highlight of the day was that we got to meet a bunch of nice people from this town in Newport. Their coach, John Voorhees. I like this guy a lot. And maybe a friendship is going to develop out of this. I think they might be coming down south next year and come and spend some time with us. But he does a lot of the same things we like to do, which is nice, and his kids hustle around a little bit, and that's always nice. As far as the ball games go, we had a good comeback in the first game after we wiped the puke all off of our shirts for the first 2 innings. The first 2 innings was, I think I had a nightmare about that the night before. But we recovered and we swung the bat. Offensively, we were very good yesterday. We were very good offensively. We ran the bases well. we had a chance to sweep a doubleheader, which would have been real nice and a good one for the program. But we came out with a win and a tie. And I think if you would have told me before that we would have had a win and a tie, I think it would have taken it. So you got to look past the disappointment at the end of the thing and look at the fact that we did win one and tie one, and I think it was a good night. Plus, it seems like the fans met a lot of nice people, and even a guy from the Chamber of Commerce even came up and said hello, and I think he's coming down to the Bay Area next year.
All right, so we're off to Tillamook.
Off to Tillamook, the wild, exciting town of Tillamook, and the cheese factory. And we'll be there for 2 nights. So, from what I understand about the town of Tillamook, there's not much trouble the kids can't get into there.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll see you up Tillamook.
Okay.
Okay.
Put me in cold. I'm ready to play this game. Put me in cold. I'm ready to play this game. Look at me. I can be and feel.
Anyway, we're here with the coach. A couple questions for you, Coach, just before we go in and start barbecuing. We're halfway through the trip right now. It's Wednesday. We're 5 days down. We got 5 days to go. What are your thoughts on the trip so far?
Well, I think that I don't think that I would change anything except maybe a couple wins that we might have had. But other than that, the time that we've had with the parents and the kids have behaved pretty much so far. We need to improve a little bit on the baseball field, but we did have a good win last night. It could come from behind win. I think we talked about that earlier. And it's just getting out of the state and seeing things like this. The people welcoming us. We've met nothing but friendly people. We're going to play the Tillamook Cheesemakers tomorrow night.
The who?
The Tillamook Cheesemakers.
Okay.
I've never played a cheesemaker before, but we're going to have the Mariners and the Cheesemakers, so we'll see how that goes.
Okay, speaking of baseball, you've played 5 games. You're 2 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. What do you think of the competition that you're playing?
Well, I really enjoyed playing the Newport team. I think that we matched up real well with them. I think that was a real two equal teams playing against each other, and they did a lot of things that we did, and I really like John Voorhees. I think he does a great job. That was fun. It's kind of nice to play somebody on the same level with us, with the same age kids. That's the only team we've played so far that's been the same age as we are. We have one 18-year-old on the team, and I don't think that we're playing anybody else that has teams that young.
Okay. Another thing, too, that's a little bit different I noticed on this road trip, the Mariners are noted more for their defense than their offense. We don't normally put a lot of runs on the board. We have to win our ball games by holding the other teams down. Now, so far in the 5 games that we've played, we're probably averaging between 8 and 9 runs per game. The last 3 games, we've scored 10 or 11 runs per game. What's with the bats?
Well, I think that Coach Kelso has a lot to do with that, and I think that, again, last night in Newport, we played some people our own age, and I think that helps an awful lot. Defensively, we do have some people out of position, and we're giving the young pitchers, the 16-year-old JV guys, a chance to play. And I remember what it was like being a 16-year-old coming up and playing with the older kids, and they got it pumping a little bit, but you know, at some point you got to grow up, and that's what this summer's for. So when we go into the high school season, which is what this is for, is to feed the high school season, we'll have some of that out of the way.
Okay, and like I said, we're
on the freeway.
Yeah.
We're on the freeway. Okay, and like I said, we're halfway through. If the trip ends, if the next 5 days are like this, would you ever do this again?
Oh, I think that Oregon can count on seeing us every summer from now on. I sure hope so. With this kind of support of the families, and the only thing I'm concerned about is maybe next year we got to put a curfew on the parents. The kids have behaved themselves pretty well, but some of these parents, we just got back from a little wine tasting, and I don't think they'll forget us soon either.
Okay, good. Thanks, Mike.
Okay, Phil.
Well, I spent some time in the Mudville night, watching it from the bench. You know I took some loans when the mighty case struck out. So say, hey Willie, tell the cow, and
Okay, Mike, 2-1 ball game. I kind of thought that this was some of the better pitching that we've faced since we went on the road. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. The second guy was an animal. He overmatched us pretty much, but it was nice to see. We'd rather see that. Hey, dude, we'd rather see that. You know, we'd rather see somebody like that. And it made it a good game. And this is another well-coached team. The left-hander did a good job, and the right-hander came in and stuffed us pretty good.
I thought our pitching was pretty good too.
Yeah, our pitching and our defense was good. We threw strikes tonight. We made the plays defensively. We broke down a couple times with some of the younger kids, but I think progress is being made fast with the young guys. They got their feet wet now.
Okay, we won in Medford, we won in Newport, we won in Tillamook now.
On to Portland.
On to Portland. We're hoping to notch another one, right?
On to Portland. We're gonna the caliber of ball we're gonna play next is gonna be stepped up a notch. We're gonna go up against some stiff competition, but we're looking forward to it. That's why we're here.
Okay.
All right, Phil.
See you there. Mike, we're wrapping up the trip. We've been playing days. As a matter of fact, I think we've played 9 games in 9 days. What are your thoughts on the trip?
Well, Phil, it feels like we've been gone for about 3 weeks. And one of the highlights of this thing is going to be hugging my kids when I get home. I miss them a lot, and Judy. But as far as the baseball goes, you know, we started off losing our first 2 games. We were 0-2. And after that first doubleheader, we went 5-1-1. It seems like too many times I've told these kids that, you know, you played well, but you just came out on the short end of it. And today, we kind of took a little step backwards, but we got a win that seems like the kind of game that's gotten away from us in the past. That we walk off the field, the poor kids walk off the field with their heads down and kind of discouraged. So it's nice to see them jumping all over each other and congratulating themselves up there. And I think that the overall trip was just a huge success with the togetherness that we got with the kids and with the families and the parents. And I feel real good. We finished 5-3-1 on the trip, and I feel real good about that.
Okay, now with that record, 5-3-1, when you started the trip, you knew you'd be playing in 4 different towns. You'd be playing on ballparks or on fields that the kids had never seen before. If you had known before you started about the record you were going to end up with, would that have been good?
I think so. I think the fact that we're playing a lot of teams that have a lot of 18-year-olds, and we have 2. Or, excuse me, we had 2, now we have 1. Danny Johnson's our only 18-year-old out here. I'd take that in a second. 5-3-1, especially knowing we're going to be gone for 9 or 10 days. It's easy to let down. And I think that the intensity that was shown here in the last 2 days in this tournament shows that we didn't let down. And I want to say that I think that Moreau baseball, I think these kids, I can sense that these kids are starting to get a grip. And they're starting to get a little understanding about how we want to have the game played at Moreau. And I can see them starting to say things to each other that I used to have to say to them. So things are coming. So what is this, 1992, June of 1992. So remember this when we talk in a couple of years and Moreau baseball's up on top of the heap, and hopefully we stay there for a while.
Okay, now in this particular ball game, we got ahead and then we got behind. Now we've seen those kind of ball games before, and we seem to come out behind at the end of the game by 1 run. In this one, we came out ahead by 1 run at the end. Do you see that as a turning point?
Well, I do. I see this whole trip as a turning point, and I see that the kids understand what it takes. You know, you can't hit a 5-run homer in this game, and I think we had too many kids trying to do too much, and that goes along with what I'm talking about with these kids understanding how this game's to be played, and we didn't give up. We didn't give up, and plus the guy had funky looking stirrups on and blue shoes, and if we lose to a guy with blue shoes and stretched stirrups like that, it'd be a long trip home.
Okay, well, Mike, it was certainly enjoyable for us spectators, and let me take just 1 second here to speak for all the parents of the kids, and thank you for all that you've done for the kids. This is one of those experiences that I know the kids will remember, and they'll talk to their kids about it when they're playing baseball, and so thanks to you and to Jim for what you've done for the kids, and we'll look forward to a few more games of baseball this year.
Phil, I can't wait, and this is just the first of many.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike.
Okay, Phil.